This video is sponsored by Warhaven, a safe space where you and up to 23 other players can stab, slash, and smash to your heart's content with the power of gods and anime on your side. It's free to play, meaning for the low price of nothing, you too can experience the joys of medieval warfare, shooting a cannon, shooting out of a cannon, team building exercises, paragliding, the hula,
I can't be touched,
and medieval Tachanka. So I actually got killed by a guy wearing the Tachanka armor while he was using the turret, but I didn't clip it because I'm an idiot. So here's where I put my Tachanka clip. If I had one! If unleashing medieval mayhem sounds like fun to you, head down into the description or find my pinned comment and download Warhaven now. And if it doesn't, do it anyways. If you don't have a PC, don't worry because the game is officially coming to consoles sometime in 2024. Battles in Warhaven are exactly like what you read in the history books. Armor-clad warriors clashing and trading blows, fighters calling upon their gods to give them supernatural abilities, and orbital airstrikes. Exactly like in the history books. Combat is easy to pick up, and before you know it, you too will be impressing random strangers with amazing plays.
Oh shit! Spotlight, it doesn't even say like what I did, it just says MVP.
Yeah. I am proud.
You should be pressing. Okay, yeah, that was kind of cool at the end there. One of the clips ever.
To win fights, simply point and click on your enemies until their health bars disappear. Just keep in mind they're doing the same to you. You can avoid taking damage if you can avoid getting hit. But if your dodge is on cooldown, you'll have to guard, because blocking means something different 2 out of 3 times. You see the term block successful. Does it mean A, you stopped an enemy from throwing an attack? B, you stopped an enemy from landing an attack? C, you successfully blocked someone in chat? Or D? If you answered B, you're right. Technically, because the best way to block an attack is to block an enemy from throwing one in the first place. So when it happens to you, you would assume, oh, I got blocked by opponent. No, actually, they just guarded against your attack. You'll see blocked in big red letters when you get interrupted. If rendering your opponent's attacks useless wasn't good enough reason to highlight the importance of blocking, you'll also deal bonus damage. Keep in mind that most classes swing their weapons from side to side, so smart aiming and positioning will let your swings find their targets sooner, hopefully helping you block your opponents. Anyways, now that we understand what blocking is and isn't, let's talk about guarding. Watching attacks bounce off your blade is a traumatizing experience. If you take a hit while dealing with trauma, it'll all be taken as bonus damage. And if you try to guard while your entire health bar is gray, then you can mitigate the amount of trauma you take by blocking right at the last second. Trauma damage isn't all that bad though, as you recover faster from trauma damage than you do from a stab wound. While you do slowly regain missing health, you recover faster using the clinically proven and well-established healing properties of smoke inhalation, which is ironic because we're trying to avoid getting stoned. There's currently 6 different characters, with a 7th, the Bard, dropping this week.
Got some new tunes for you.
Each character wields or plays like their namesake, making it easy to figure out how they play and their role on the battlefield. Aside from their unique quirks, every class has 2 different abilities. Some classes have access to powerful defensive tactics, and some can fast-track the guard-breaking process by pressing E to dine on turtle soup. Blade is the vanilla ice cream of Warhaven, and the most straightforward character. However, a jack of all trades but master of none can still be better than a master of one.
And that was my triple collateral.
With wide swings, a great gap closer, and a guard break, Blade is likely the first class you'll try, but he's not beginner exclusive. The Zoner of Warhaven minus the projectiles, Spike has the furthest reach but requires more accuracy since he'll be stabbing, not slashing. You can lunge into a fight with a charged impale that's unblockable if released when you see the red flash, unleash a flurry of stabs, or back off with a unique parry that can be followed up with a counter or a guard break. The real deal maker, Warhammer specializes in taking big swings and making big trades. When the dopamine machine isn't cracking skulls, he's opening people up with headbutts or earthquakes. Yeah, he's not complicated, but you don't need complicated to win a fight.
You wanna see me do it again?
Guardians look like brick walls and have the resilience to match. With a tougher guard, more HP than other heroes, and the powers to become the immovable object, or the nearly unstoppable force, these absolute units hog the spotlight so their teammates can shine.
Oh no! So whenever you're playing Guardian, be careful with the shield charge.
As we've established earlier, Smoke is the resident healer and the only one who can revive teammates outside their squad, but she's also the team mosquito. Not like that. She can't defend herself and one good smack will put her down, but she's probably the hardest character to hit with a forceful pushback, instant transmission, yeah that heals by the way, and 3 dodges that she can use on or off the ground. The only other character with multiple dodges is Hush, the team assassin who replaced Arch the cat. Gone, but not forgotten. Taking evasive maneuvers and stabbing in the back is Hush's MO. She excels at taking down targets one at a time, and she's the only one with a dance emote right now, so she's got that going for her too. You can learn about and practice each character and their abilities in boot camp, and you get slightly better clothing for doing so. Advanced training is also a great spot to test drive each of the Immortals. Players call upon Martyr when they want everyone in a 100-foot radius to become a corpse.
On the avatar of death.
I gotta get out of here! Too late!
Players choose Hoet when they want to counter Martyr by shielding their allies and bringing the rest back from the dead. Choosing Raven unleashes a Birdemic. And Darkgale excels at ride-bys. Players can ascend to godhood once per game at any time. They're not the only things keeping battles interesting though, as the 12v12 modes also feature relics and squad coins. Squad coins are spent when deploying on squad mates and you slowly earn them over time. Relic stones on the other hand are earned by doing literally anything productive, and can be spent to summon a dummy that counts as a body on capture points and that your squad can spawn on, or a jetpack joyride.
What? Team Rocket blasted off again!
Spread around the map are more game-changing relics that only spawn in certain locations. A respawn tent your whole team can use, an ice stone that freezes out the competition when delivered to a foothold, and an ignition stone that nukes the entire zone. As for the modes these game changers can be used in, you've got Dominion, Onslaught, and Arms Race. Dominion is king of the hills. Your goal is to capture the main foothold or have a majority of 3 footholds to start boosting your team's morale. You capture a foothold by piling more bodies onto the zone than the other team. These maps often have secondary footholds that provide a closer spawn point or access to a cannon overlooking the main foothold.
Nice.
Come on, come on, come on! Yeah! Oh my god, I didn't even realize we haven't taken the f***ing foothold until now.
Yep.
In Onslaught, teams fight to control 2 footholds on a front line. When the 2 points are captured by one team, the opposing team falls back and a new front line is contested. Points are earned by controlling more footholds and moving the front line into enemy territory. Unlike in Dominion though, footholds have to be manually captured. In both of these modes, a team claims victory by filling the morale meter and burning out the other team's overtime meter. Overtime is a team's last chance to turn the game around, and the only way to stop the meter from burning is by holding more footholds than the other team. Once the bar runs out, it's game over. Finally, Arms Race sees teams fight over a mini trebuchet on a minecart. Like in Dominion, there are secondary footholds that will help teams control the missile launching minecart, and whoever has more troops around the war machine races it towards the enemy base. It makes 3 pit stops to try and destroy the other team's prized monuments. Destroy all 3 totems and your team wins. But if time runs out, then overtime begins for the team that's made less progress. The bar stops burning as long as they control the war machine. The 6v6 modes are much more straightforward. The first is the good old classic team deathmatch. Each team has 40 lives, and the first team to end all 40 lives wins. Reviving allies is super important in TDM since it actually refunds the lost life. Finally, Reclamation is an intense game of capture the stone. The first team to bring it to their zone twice wins. Because there's an objective in play, it actually ends up being more of a mosh pit than TDM.
I can't get it. Pick it up, John. I can't pick it up. Because I'm incarnated.
I don't know how to. Okay, somebody else got it.
Oh god, that's him.
Oh god, that's a horse.
God, come on, it's right on the border.
The last thing I'll mention is the World Pass. After the Sorting Hat determines your clan, you'll use XP from matches and challenges to explore and conquer more of the map. The more territory your federation has, the better it's standing and the more rewards you get, on top of the rewards you're already earning as you move through the World Pass. Purchasing the Premium Pass unlocks more of those rewards and gives you the new Bard character right after the update this week. He can still be unlocked for free by completing quests, but it's a nice little incentive to save up your war points. And honestly, that's it. Now you know how to Warhaven. Thank you again to Warhaven for supporting my channel, thank you as always for watching, and a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon helping me pay for my coffee addiction, especially Shadow and Josh. Have a good one, I'll see you on the battlefield or the next video.